everybody. Welcome to the 128th edition of John News. I'm John Wortman. This is my 6th annual back-to-school episode of John News. Can you believe it's been 6 years already? My guest today is Cole Stanley, the school counselor for my school, Phillips Middle School. Hi, Mr. Stanley. Welcome to John News.
Hey, John.
Hey, can you believe this is the first back-to-school episode where I didn't interview a principal?
Really?
Yeah, it's crazy. But I chose you because I have an important topic to discuss. So let's talk about mental health issues facing school kids. What kind of issues do school kids have when they go to school?
There are some people that may be experiencing depression while they're at school. Some people may be feeling anxiety while they're at school. But a lot of times, the feelings that people have and the things they experience emotionally and mentally are because of things that are going on outside of school too. And so one of the things that we like to think about as school counselors, as well as the other mental health professionals in the building, is how do we get each student ready to tackle the school day in a headspace where they're ready to learn and to succeed? Because if you're already coming in feeling bad, you're not going to be able to learn, right?
So how do you and other staff members help the students overcome these issues?
So there's kind of like two levels of what we do. One we would call preventative. That means that we're trying to put things in place ahead of time. Things like building in events that are trying to build community at school, be engaged with all of you, with the student body, and like making sure that we know all of you before you need to come into our office because you're having a really bad day. And then that second level would be more responding to things in the moment. So if you were having a day where you felt really, really terrible, and let's say you were having a panic attack, you might come up to our office and we might have to help you respond to that in the moment.
What can students do to keep themselves mentally healthy?
It's really just like your physical health, right? So for physical health, you might want to make sure that you're eating healthy foods and you're exercising and you're getting enough sleep. Well, the thing is, all of those things also support mental health and wellness, and many other things too. You know, making sure that you're keeping your brain active, for example, is one thing that can help fight depression. So, you know, something as simple as doing a crossword or Sudoku, all the way to having like social engagements with your friends or family, can be something that's helpful. If you feel panicked, for example, you might try something like a grounding exercise where you try and name, for example, 3 things that you see, 2 things that you hear, and 1 thing that you feel or touch. And that's just one example.
Is there anything else you'd like to tell my viewers?
Everybody is somewhere on that spectrum of feeling, you know, happy to sad or stressed to relaxed. And so everybody all the time is experiencing their own mental health and their own emotions. And so it's not something that I think we should be afraid to talk about.
Well, this was an informative interview on an important topic. Thanks for being on John News, and I hope we have an amazing school year.
Thanks for having me, John. I know it'll be a great one.
It will. That's the good news. Until next time, this is John Wortman signing off from John News. And don't forget to smash that subscribe button. So long, everybody. Bye.